Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Jameis Winston outlook on New Orleans return revealed. Jameis Winston has an opportunity to test free agency again this offseason after spending this past season with the New Orleans Saints. Despite not having a clear shot to start, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reports Winston is possibly interested in the idea of returning to the Saints via Bleacher Report. After spending the first 5 seasons of his career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tampa Bay chose to replace him with Tom Brady. In his final season with the Buccaneers, Winston threw for a career-high 5,109 yards and 33 touchdowns. However, he also became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw for 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions in the same season. Winston didn't receive the interest he was expecting in free agency, making him wait for an opportunity to open up. But after getting a little to no interest, Winston chose to sign a 1-year deal with the Saints, allowing him to spend the season with Drew Brees. When Brees went down with the injury in Week 10 of 2020 season, it was Winston who stepped in for the rest of the game. However, Taysom Hill filled in as a starter for Brees while the veteran QB recovered from his injuries. In all likeliness, Brees is going to retire this offseason, with his decision to reduce his salary showing that he is likely to call it quits after 20 seasons in the NFL. When the Saints lost to the Buccaneers in the playoffs last month, Brees seemingly spoke to Winston about being the future franchise QB in New Orleans. With that being said, it remains to be seen if Jameis Winston is willing to take less money to remain with the Saints. Plus, having to compete with Hill for the starting job could be something that convinces Winston to at least test the waters in free agency again. Now, Jameis Winston, a Florida State guy, Seminoles, baby. He had this problem in college his last season where he was just throwing turnovers. That's been throwing turnovers like crazy. But it wasn't his fault. The problem why he was throwing all these turnovers, well, let me start at college first. He threw these turnovers because Jameis basically had problems seeing, so that's why he was wearing contacts a lot, and he would throw to the defender, and he threw a high turnover rate because it was asked of him to throw a lot more, I guess to try to boost his stock in the draft, which he really didn't need because the year before he threw a game-winning touchdown to Kelvin Benjamin. So Jameis went to Tampa. His first year, Jameis did good in Tampa with Lovie Smith. The second year, they were okay, but Jameis went real bad. And then they basically canned Lovie Smith after 2 seasons. And after that, they gave him this other coach. This coach, him and the coach didn't get along. So Jameis was benched. And then that's when Bruce Arians came in. Bruce Arians, his offenses really hurt the quarterback because the quarterback is always throwing so much that they're not utilizing the running game. That's why Tom Brady and him, everybody in the media like, well, they had a talk during the bye week. No, Tom Brady said, look here, Bruce. Come here. Idiot. You're making me look bad. We're going to run the goddamn ball. Once we run the ball, we're going to throw it. We're going to do it like this. Bruce, if you call that vertical crap one more goddamn time, I'm going to choke you. I'm Tom Brady. So that's what happened. Tom Brady cussed him out and slapped him. They not going to tell you this stuff, but I know it happened. Tom Brady slapped that dude in his mouth. And then he said, Byron is going to be my coach. He's going to listen to me. Byron, come here. F him. You know what we did. We were on the field playing together. We played on this field. You played quarterback. I got you, man. This is what we're going to do, Tom. We're going to run this. We're going to run the ball a little more. We're going to do this. Thank you, Bruce. Sit your ass over there and watch how we win. And it's the truth because Bruce Arians basically said, I didn't do anything. Exactly. That's your problem. So Jameis was supposed to at least get the start. He the only one who threw a touchdown for the Saints in that loss to the Bucks in the playoffs. And then they're going to put Taysom Hill in. But see, this is what's funny to me. White quarterbacks always throw a bunch of picks, always have had a bad start, but they get a third, fourth, fifth, sixth chance. Jameis Winston, he's struggling just to get another chance because Bruce Arians put that out there. He basically made Jameis Winston not be able to be touched in free agency. Now, Jameis, I believe this. Jameis, if he comes back, if he's given a fair shot, I believe he'll beat Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is garbage, okay? All he is a running quarterback. That's all he is. He can't throw. He's just like Tim Tebow. Except Tebow was much more clutcher than he was. In the clutch situations, Tebow gets better. As he gets worse. And if you hit him a few times, he's done. Tebow used to get hit all the time. Tebow would survive. Taysom Hill is kind of soft because when he got popped a few times during the season, he was hurt for games. So to me, Jameis Winston ought to get a fair shot to go for it and win the to win the job. To me, Brees was done like 3-4 years ago. I knew he was done, but him getting hit and having a punctured lung and everything, that just was the icing on the cake. So I hope Drew Brees well in his second career. He's a great quarterback, a Hall of Famer, first ballot to me. But Jameis ought to get a chance. I think if Sean Payton goes with Jameis, I believe Jameis could do some wonders for the Saints. I think the Saints will be a dangerous team in the next couple of years. But we have to see. He might go with Taysom Hill. So let me know in the comment section, man. Do you think Jameis deserves a shot? Second of all, do you think he's the best candidate for the job out of him and Taysom Hill? Or would you let Jameis go in free agency if he doesn't resign back? Thank you guys for listening. We are out. Daisy.